Welcome back to Factful Finance, where we uncover the hidden truths behind your financial decisions. Today, we're diving deep into a subject that many avoid, but it's one of the most crucial financial decisions that could affect you or someone you love. Equity release and dementia, the legal dangers few discuss. If you're considering releasing equity from your home, or know someone who is, you might think it's just about unlocking cash for retirement or easing financial burdens. But here's the stark reality. Equity release, especially when it comes to dementia, can have devastating, irreversible consequences. What are the hidden legal dangers that hardly anyone talks about? Stick with me and let's unpack this critical issue. First, let's break down what equity release actually is for those who might not be fully familiar. In simple terms, equity release allows homeowners, usually over the age of 55, to tap into the value of their property without having to sell it. This can be in the form of a lifetime mortgage or home reversion plan. But once you access that money, it comes with a cost. Your home's value diminishes and the debt on your property increases over time. Now let's talk about dementia. According to the Alzheimer's Society, over 850,000 people in the UK live with dementia, a figure expected to rise to 1.6 million by 2040. As our population ages, many of these individuals will find themselves facing the temptation or necessity of equity release. But what happens when a person with dementia gets involved in equity release? You might be shocked to learn that if someone with dementia signs an equity release agreement, there could be serious legal implications. When it comes to dementia, mental capacity is the key issue. Legal documents, including those related to equity release, require the person signing them to have full mental capacity. What happens if that capacity diminishes after signing, or in some cases before the agreement is even made? Let's go through a few things that could unfold. Scenario 1. Lack of mental capacity. Meet Sarah, a 62-year-old homeowner in West Sussex. She decided to release some equity from her home to fund her retirement plans, but soon after, her mental clarity started to decline. Sarah was diagnosed with early-onset dementia, but the equity release company had already processed her contract. Once Sarah's capacity was questioned, it was too late to reverse the agreement. Legally, because she'd signed without full mental capacity, her family found themselves tangled in a complex legal battle. Without proper safeguards in place, her home was effectively locked into the contract and there was little they could do to adjust the terms. This is not an isolated case. Scenario 2. Misleading advice. Imagine John, who's 70 and showing signs of early-stage dementia, receives advice from an equity release advisor. John, unfortunately, doesn't fully grasp the long-term consequences, and neither the advisor nor the company takes the proper steps to ensure he's fully informed and understands the risks. When John starts experiencing more severe symptoms of dementia, the decision he made earlier becomes almost impossible to undo. This is where the legal dangers begin. With dementia, individuals often have moments where they appear lucid, but legally, that's not enough to guarantee that they fully understand what they're committing to. The absence of a trusted power of attorney or appropriate safeguards can expose individuals to predatory lending practices and lead to financial ruin. How to safeguard yourself or your loved ones? Let's turn to how you can protect yourself from these dangers. If you're thinking about equity release or advising someone else, here's what you need to know. 1. Seek professional advice. Never rely on general advice. Always consult a qualified, independent financial advisor, ideally one with experience in dementia and elderly care. They should be accredited by organisations like the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, and hold Chartered Financial Planner CF credentials. They'll ensure the equity release product is appropriate for your situation. Number 2, establish power of attorney. If you haven't already, set up a lasting power of attorney, LPA. This is an essential tool that allows a trusted individual to manage your finances if you're no longer able to make decisions. With dementia, it can become difficult to manage decisions independently. Having an LPA in place before mental capacity is diminished can protect you from entering contracts you don't fully understand. 3. Evaluate alternatives. Equity release may not always be the best option. There are other solutions for accessing the value of your home, like downsizing or seeking government benefits. A financial planner can help explore these alternatives and ensure you're making a decision with a full understanding of the risks. 4. Understand the long-term impact. The reality is, with equity release, the loan grows over time as interest compounds. For someone with dementia, that can mean an even heavier financial burden on their estate when they pass away. Talk with your advisor about the potential long-term costs and how they will impact your family's future. 5. Know your rights. If you suspect that you or a loved one has been taken advantage of, it's crucial to seek legal advice immediately. An experienced solicitor who specializes in equity release and dementia cases can help you navigate the complexities of reversing or adjusting the contract. The key takeaway: equity release is a serious financial decision, especially for people with dementia. It's important to understand that releasing the equity in your home may seem like an easy solution today, but the long-term consequences, especially in the context of mental capacity, could be life-changing. Sarah and John didn't have the chance to reverse their decisions once the damage was done, but you don't have to be in their shoes. Be proactive, get the right advice, and ensure you're making informed choices. Protect your home, your legacy, and the future of your family. This content is for educational purposes only. Mentioning any apps, products, or services is not an endorsement. Always consult a certified financial professional for personalized guidance. If you found this information helpful and eye-opening, you won't want to miss what's coming next. We're about to dive deeper into more financial risks and strategies you need to know. Click the video on screen to continue your journey to financial empowerment. Which part of today's video resonated most with you? Drop a comment below and let's talk about how we can help each other make better, safer financial decisions.